Hello guys, and welcome back to another Tweaker Man video. So I'm here with Nick Lucas at Hi-Fi Collective, and he's going to show us around his facility here and show us some of the products he sells. So Nick, what encouraged you to set this business up in the first place?
Well, it all goes back from when I worked for Hi-Fi World magazine.
Right, okay.
So initially we worked on a DIY supplement. That was my remit.
Right.
So I was stuck in a warehouse in Notting Hill.
Yeah.
With loads of bits and bobs. We started doing speaker kits.
Yeah. And
then it moved up to valve amp kits.
Yeah.
And then from there we just did probably a kit every 2 months.
Right. Okay.
The Hi-Fi World DIY supplement is kind of quite a well followed manual nowadays.
Yeah.
So from there came to live in Milton Keynes. Yeah. Family, had my family. Yeah. And then I thought, right, well, I need to set something up on my own. Right. And I was going to do a kit company. But I realised it's a big hole, people want components, good quality components. Yeah. So I set that up, worked from home. This is 2003. 2003,
right.
Yeah, so worked from home for many, many years. Yeah. And then Matt joined me, I don't know where he is, he's back there. Yeah. And just grew from there. And then I had enough cash to buy this building. Yeah. And then look at it, fill it out. So do you want to have a quick look around?
Yeah, it's interesting because I used to advertise in Hi-Fi World magazine back in.
You would have been in the DIY supplement then?
No,
do you remember the DIY supplement?
I don't actually. I advertised in the main magazine. I advertised in Hi-Fi World, Hi-Fi Choice, What Hi-Fi Sound and Vision. I think that was the three of them. Yeah.
So what was the company again?
It was IMP Audio. IMP Audio. And this was around 2005. So you'd have left by then. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have left by then. And I used to deal with David Price, David Price, and I also used to Simon Lucas.
No, Simon Pope it would have been.
No, Simon Lucas at What Hi-Fi Sound and Vision.
Oh really? Oh, no.
No, you know him?
No.
Well, he used to be the first test editor at the time. I can't remember who the editor was.
He's not my brother, by the way.
No. No. See, I dealt with loads of them. I advertised in there for about 4 years, something like that, at a hell of a cost. So I was doing three magazines at once.
Well, most of the money from those publishing is the advertising.
Yeah, and the Hi-Fi World magazine, was it? No, Hi-Fi News. Yeah. They didn't do reviews. What they do is they do give you a press release in there on one of your cables, but they wouldn't review them. And the rest of them I got reviewed from Hi-Fi Choice and Hi-Fi, but also made speaker stands as well. Do you know they're similar? My ones were very similar to the sort of thing Russ Andrews did, where you had a top and bottom plate that was made of a plywood all crossed over in the inside, so that it was lightweight but really rigid. So it helped to absorb vibration as it came down and disperse it, opposed to letting it go back into the cabinet. So it was more like. Do you know when you build speaker stands or you build anything like that, you can either go down. It's like with turntables. You can go down the mass route, so you've got weight and the heaviness, or you can go down the light route, which is rigid but light, and several ways of doing it. Anyway, let's have a
because who's the interview? Is it? Am I interviewing you now?
No, sorry.
It seems like it's turned around.
Sorry, I got carried away. Let's go.
Right, don't worry. Right, let's have a look around.
Yeah, let's
Best
have a
to
look
come
around.
up on top. So you can get a better view.
Yeah.
So we've got all the, let's go up there first.
Yeah.
So now we're up on the mezzanine
that
we had installed straight away when we got the building. Yeah. It took about three years for the council to say it was okay because building regs. No?
Yes. Yeah.
You have to do that before you build something.
Right.
I didn't realise that.
Okay.
So this is we got over 1 million Allen Bradley resistors at the back there. Right. That we bought off a guy who was a sales exec for Allen Bradley. R&R area, table tennis, pool, gym. I don't think anybody uses the gym.
No.
And then lots of space for future projects.
Right, yeah.
And this is it.
Yeah. So
you've got all the bits and bobs. It's all neatly laid out. Yeah. Everything has a location. So when it's picked, it just snakes round the building. Yeah. So first line is going to be up front, and then last line is going to be down here somewhere. Yeah. So lots of you're kind of a wire man.
I'm really a wire man in a sense.
So yeah, we've got come down there. this is all the silk. Do you ever use that stuff?
Yeah, well, you know, because I do upholstery as a trade. You see, I use cotton and I use a wool and I machine it on a sewing machine.
Do you?
Yeah, I do the whole lot from scratch. It's probably not for the faint-hearted, a lot of it, but yeah.
Painstaking.
Yeah, it's painstaking. See, the problem is it's very difficult. What you'd need to do with that, if you can use an upholstery needle, a long one, and then you just hook your... Yeah.
Well, these are all
Do you do, yes, toroidal power supplies?
Toroidals, no.
Toroidals, yeah.
No, we don't do that.
All right.
I mean, we have a supply of good E&I, like bespoke versions, but obviously audio note.
Audio note, yeah. Have you got all the scan speeds?
Yeah, we've got to carry all the scan speeds.
I could have purchased this from you. I ordered some only not long ago from Europe.
Yeah, so you know audio components?
Yes, yeah.
Of old. So that it was, what was his name? John Bryan.
Right, okay.
He stopped trading components.
Right, okay.
So we bought all those off him.
Oh,
and
right.
We got the deal with Jackson.
Right, oh yeah, yeah.
You know, but that's Polish.
Yes, yeah.
So great one for us. So all the Fostex are here.
Yeah.
We don't do Ciaz because we can't get good prices on those.
No.
And then this is all our overflow stuff, all cables down here.
Cables and that, yeah.
Resistors, Chapman resistors.
Yeah.
So we invest a ton of money in stock because if you haven't got it, you can't sell it.
You can't sell it, no.
And people.
Yeah, the worst thing is to be stuck with stuff.
Yeah, the only thing people can buy on the site that have to wait is inductors because there's so many different types.
Right, okay.
Then we've got dual ends.
Yeah.
Big old dual end one here.
Yeah. They're very nice, those caps, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So occasionally we'll buy some old stock things.
Yeah, this company's based in Wales, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was using one of their, they called it a Delta filter. But I can't seem to buy them anywhere anymore. So.
What was that for power supply?
No, well, it was to do with main suppression. So I'd use one of those with a big capacitor on it as well, like between the live and the neutral.
Just to clean it up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So valves, also we sell a lot of valves.
Yeah, valves, yeah.
All over the place. Well, Russian valves are a bit of a problem to sort.
Yeah, I've got some Russian valves at home. I'm storing like a tube buffer.
So as you come this way, stock is more popular.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
it's more cheaper stuff.
Stuff
yeah, all the Mundell.
Thousands of these.
Yeah.
They basically.
Yeah, the E-caps.
The production soared up.
Yes.
So we bought them just at the right time.
Yeah.
And here's the guys, Matt.
Hiya.
Hello, show your faces to Charlie. No, Matt is down there waving. So we're busy battling with the craziness that is the Royal Mail.
Yeah, the Royal Mail.
You can't send anything overseas anymore.
No.
So FedEx is paying out for FedEx.
Yeah.
Shipments going instead of Royal Mail.
Yeah.
So goods come in. Here's some Mundell stuff that's come in.
Yeah, nice.
We've got Jackson here. Look, that'll be everybody's conductors.
Yes.
Come in.
Right.
So yeah, it's going to be a busy day.
Yeah, they take a while to come, don't they?
Yeah. So we order every 7 to 10 days.
Right.
And then they have to get made. I mean, they're so busy.
Yeah.
And then obviously it has to be shipped. I mean, shipping's only 3 days.
Yes. Yeah.
It takes about 20 days in all.
Right.
But you can't stock over 6,000 inductors. It's just ridiculous.
No. The cost is just immense, isn't it?
Most people are okay waiting.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot of alternative here.
Right.
And this is a piece of art I did.
Oh, right.
So,
blimey.
Don't quite know what to call it.
Yeah.
It's a famous person, you probably don't recognise it.
Well, that was you.
Cool. Should we go in the office?
Yes. Yeah.
This is my office where we do video shoots. Acoustic fabric there to help with the sound. Tool rack, tools that I never use but it looks amazing. Little LED kits hanging around that we make these, obviously some speakers stuff. And this is where I build bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Don't do a lot of building, but if people request it, just don't have the time.
No.
And we're a DIY company, so customers should be doing stuff like that.
So do you mainly supply the consumer, or do you supply a lot of companies?
A bit of both. I mean, mostly it's Joe Public.
Right.
From all over the world. I mean, UK is our biggest market.
Yes.
But Europe, surprisingly, is pretty good.
Yes.
After Brexit, still
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
America, Canada, and then the Far East.
Yeah.
So all over, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good split. So if one country's down,
yes,
another country will pick up.
Yeah.
So yeah, most of it is. If it's a company, it's generally a boutique company. Yes. Because most manufacturers don't want to use audio grade components. Yes. Because they just want to sell it. Yeah. Make it as cheap as possible and sell it as much as they can. Yeah. So they won't spend, £100 on a cat. Yeah. Whereas a boutique company that's making a bow amp, sale, preamp, will be quite happy to spend £100.
Yeah. How do you feel about that name boutique? Because I get people asking on my channel, they say, why are you using those over expensive? It's a bit like asking about calling cable snake oil. Yeah. So they also call boutique parts snake oil as well. They're saying that they can use Chemit and other capacitors, which are a fraction of the price and get a similar performance. Yeah. And what do you say about that? Do you think that that's the case or not really?
Well, we've been trading 20 years.
Yes.
And we managed to, invest in a lot of stock. Yes. Buy a building. Yes. 5 people work here. Yes. So people are buying and they don't complain. They won't complain, I'm telling you. Customers would complain if they're getting bits that don't sound good.
Yes, they would say, wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So we very rarely get returns just because of that reason.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. You think what you want.
Yeah, that's right. I know. I say the same thing.
If you want to just spend a couple of quid on a cat or a whole range of components to show you the thing, which is what most manufacturers do, unfortunately. So, but it's a niche market.
It is. Yeah.
But the great thing about niche markets is it's quite stable. Yes. So you're always going to get somebody who's really into it. Right. Yes. I mean, what analogy is a car? Somebody who's into their classic cars.
That's right. It's the same product.
Thousands and thousands of pounds having the original exhaust that's been reconditioned.
And the beauty of obviously upgrading, if you can solder, you can upgrade anything really.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's a hell of a lot cheaper than keep on upgrading equipment. Yeah. Obviously, most audiophiles tend to sell their equipment, so they get a chunk of money back and then they reinvest it in a higher product. But if you can actually change the components yourself, you're
going to achieve a new level of sound.
And also, if you upgrade from one piece of equipment to another, you've still got the same level of components inside. But if you can change them to the quality of the stuff that you supply, you really do get a big lift in performance.
And also the market's changed. That used to be the way, like 10 years ago, people would have a piece of equipment, get bored of it, sell it, and then or to part exchange, get a new one. But nowadays people, they want to recycle, they want to keep they like certain aspects of a particular hi-fi, and they'll change it. Yes. And it's a hobbyist thing. So we kind of benefited a lot from the fact that there's a lot of engineers in this country.
Yes. Well, that's right.
About things.
Yeah. And do you find hi-fi an addiction?
Me personally, no.
You don't know.
Well, I mean, it's a busted.
Yeah.
Initially, when I started, I absolutely loved it. I mean, I come from a sound system background, which is why I love valve stuff. Yeah. So I used to build all sorts of bits and bobs. Nowadays, I'm quite happy just tinkering.
Just tinkering at home.
I love it. Yes. But not as bus and holiday.
Yeah. I always say that I eat, drink, and sleep audio. So from the morning I wake up, it's on my mind, and then I go to sleep, and it's on my mind again, and I just can't help it. It's just it's been in me since an early child. So, well, the first thing I ever did was my parents had an old music system, and I used to record onto a cassette from it, and it sounded awful. So I took the whole thing apart and took the heads out and changed the tape heads to another set out of another piece of equipment. Soldered them all back in, still sounded awful, and found out it was just a stylus that was worn out. But there we go.
I was living up north at the time, and I was studying fashion design, believe it or not.
Oh, that's what my daughter's doing.
Really?
Yeah, at Nottingham University.
And I just got a bit bored of it, and then I got into sound systems, electronics. Yeah. I used to go down to Preston car boot sale and just pick up really mashed up valve amps. Obviously blew myself up several times trying to mess about with them, because nobody could, it wasn't the course to learn about valve circuitry.
No.
So I kind of taught myself, and I used to catch actually trained down to skim, to do at Skimmersdale, to do electronics H&D, which I do. Yeah. And you just learn as you go along.
You do. But that's like most things in life, though. You pick up things.
Yeah. This is passion. Yeah. You will learn.
Yeah. You start off with guidelines, and then everybody has their own style of doing things. So when you like film a YouTube video, you'll get people complain and they'll say, "Oh, you're not doing that." Some guy said to me, "You can't solder." Now I've been soldering for years, and I must admit, I am quite good at soldering, and I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't. You know, and
you must look at those comments. You must engage with
I don't really. Sometimes I do. Depends. Most of the time I don't, but you know,
people are quite happy to.
Well, you get
mention the negative.
You get keyboard warriors. That's the thing. If you met them in public, they wouldn't say a word to you, but they'll do it over a keyboard, and that's it. Yeah, but yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. What else is on your list?
That's it.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, you can carry on with what else you want to say. You can.
No, I'm done.
Are you done? Right.
Yeah,
okay. So am I then, if that's all right.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Thanks. So thanks for watching another Tweaker Man video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to press that notification bell so you're notified each time I upload a new video. And thanks.
And don't forget to like Hi-Fi Collective. Yeah, and we do loads of videos too.